Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and the Apex Predator mission set in Berlin, Germany. And today we are going to mop up some of the leftover feats and discoveries, starting with Concrete Ornithology, the redacted challenge for photographing 7 birds. We will then move on to Devil's Dandruff for locating a brick of cocaine. After that we will then move on to Whiteout for using said cocaine to incapacitate Agent Chamberlain. That's quite a tricky one, that one. After that we will move on to Sweet Dreams, where we will pacify a drug dealer with a brick of cocaine. And following on from that we will then dress as said drug dealer to get the Candyman challenge for dressing as the drug dealer. And once we have his outfit we can then move on to Coconut Ball Surprise, another redacted challenge which entails locating and knocking out the Florida man with a coconut. And once we have him unconscious we can then take his outfit for the Dear Ami discovery or feat. And then moving on from there we will get the golden ticket for obtaining a ticket to the juiced up bar. And then finally we will move on towards our big finale with the club owner for disguising ourselves as the club owner Rolf. And then there was a firefight where we confront Agent Montgomery and 4 of his agent cronies. So for this run of challenges, the only thing we are going to be needing to bring with us will be a silenced pistol, which we have stashed up at the staff entrance. So right from the start, off the bat, as you can see from the length of this video, we have a lot to do. So we are going to immediately exit the club and we're going to make our way around the side of the building where the cooling towers are, and we're just going to hug the wall all the way around, keep the wall to our right until we come across our first photograph opportunity. So there are 7 of these distinctive yellow birds graffitied on walls around the building, and we need to locate and photograph all 7 of them. Now luckily all 7 of them are on this side of the building and on our way to the disguise that we will require for later on. So we're just gonna, once we photograph that first one, we're gonna carry on as normal as if we were heading to take out the target over here. I've forgotten his name. But what we're going to do, we've actually just gone past a couple of the birds, but you need to get past the 2 enforcers on your right, and you need to be far enough past them. But once you are, you can cross back over the road, and behind the shipping container here we will find a number of these yellow birds. I'm not entirely sure which ones count and which ones don't, so I recommend photographing all of them at least twice at different levels of zoom. So as you can see, and you should get at least 2 pop up for you at this point, but hopefully 3. So once you have those all nicely photographed and at least 2 to 3 of them have counted, we're now going to continue on towards the bikers entrance, which is where we're heading to now. And we're going to take the nice wide route so that we're in no one's direct eye line. And once we're past the 2 guards at the bikers entrance here, we're going to duck out of the bushes. We're going to climb up onto the roof of the club building, where we will find the rest of our ornithology subjects. So there is a group of about 4 right here. I don't know if you have to photograph them individually or get all 4 of them in the picture as best you can. It is rather difficult getting all of them in at once. And there is one just up higher up in the corner there, but you can get up there and get closer to that one if you so wish. So once we have all of them taken care of, that should count for another 2 possibly. So we should be at around 5 by this point, and we need 7. So once we get up into the top of the building here, just before the overpass walkway into the bikers building, we will find in this little room 4 more birdies. So once again, we're going to photograph all of them, and the challenge has popped for me, so it should pop for you as well. We did photograph that last bird just in case. So once we have the concrete ornithology challenge, we're going to make our way across the walkway and down the stairs of the bikers building, all the way back down to the ground floor, or the first floor should I say, and we're going to make our way through the double doors and into the room beyond, which is where one of our targets is. This is usually the target we would poison, so we don't often get to see him, but we're going to sneak up behind the guard when there is an opportunity. He just happens to be in the perfect position for me. We're going to render the guard unconscious and hide his body as best we can, but it doesn't matter if he's found, there is no chance of a silent assassin rating. So we're going to take his outfit and we're going to make our way back through the room and into the room opposite, although you can take the shortcut, I just realised. And in this room here is the drugs lab, I believe, and on the table we will find a brick of cocaine. So with that in hand, we're now going to retrace our steps back downstairs and outside, and we're going to make our way all the way around the club building, once again retracing our steps back to the beginning, avoiding the target enforcer. And once we get back round here, we're going to go round to the other side of the building, and we are going to go into the staff entrance and retrieve our silenced pistol. So once we're in here, we're just going to duck round to our left into the staff room, grab our pistol, and we're going to make our way into the club area itself now, because we require one more item, and that is a coconut. And we can find a coconut over by the juiced bar, so that's where we're going to head to now. And this is the only route I really know, which is a shame because we're going to have to avoid 2 enforcers on the way. But once we get to the juiced bar, because of the outfit that we are wearing, although we can't get through the door because the door is locked, we can go over the shipping container and straight down behind the juiced bar without having to worry about being trespassing or anything like that. So behind the juice bar we find a load of fruit and vegetables, and amongst them we will find a coconut. So we're going to get that coconut and once again retrace our steps back to the club building, and this time we are going to make our way down into the club itself. It's at this point where things are going to start getting rather loud, so from here on out I am going to mute the video just so that you can hear me and the lovely background music I have provided. So we're going to head all the way down to the club floor, but I am going to wait right here first of all, because as you can see that is Agent Montgomery, I do believe, or Montgomery. So we just need to wait for him to go past before we can start our way down the stairs. And where we are heading for now is the back of the club, where the DJ booth is, right at the back here, and off to our left is our target, Agent Chaplin, and right in the corner of the room there is a giant fan. So what we're going to do is drop our gun in front of that fan. There are no NPCs to speak of in this area. All these people here are fake. They won't react to the gun on the floor. So with the gun on the floor, all we have to do now is wait for Agent Chamberlain, who you can see off in the distance there, to continue on his rounds and come back this way. But we do still require something to gain his attention, because he won't spot the gun there from where he is or where he will be. So we require another item. Now there happens to be a wrench, if I can remember where I am and where I need to go, and I need to be on the other side of the dance floor, and I've just remembered that. So we're going to make our way across the dance floor and into the tech only area where the DJ booth is, and just in here we will find a wrench, and that will provide us exactly what we require. So with the wrench in hand, we're going to make our way back outside into the club and back over to the fan. So when Agent Chamberlain arrives in this area, he's going to go up the stairs just behind me there, you can see. There he is now, and when he does, we're going to throw the wrench on top of the gun. And we need to get him to stand directly in front of that fan. Now when I threw this the first time, as you can see, the wrench is nowhere near the gun and nowhere near the front of the fan. So Agent Chamberlain goes round to the left, so we will go round the concrete pillar here to the right. He's obviously not stood in front of the fan, so we're going to wait for him to start moving off. We're going to very quickly retrieve our wrench and drop it once again, this time hopefully better positioned, and regain his attention. And this time when he comes up and goes around the pillar to the left, we're going to move quickly to the right, and then when he's in position, move quickly behind the fan and throw the cocaine into the back of the fan. And that will incapacitate Agent Chamberlain and get us the whiteout challenge. So our next stop now will be the club owner's office. So we're going to have to cross the dance floor once again. I'm taking a nice wide route to avoid Agent Chamberlain. And we're going to make our way into the DJ booth area and up the ladder on top of the DJ booth and around to our right, and we're going to climb up onto this air conditioning system here and along to our right, pulling out our silenced pistol. And when we get through this little gap here, we're just going to check for Agent Montgomery, who does come around this way. But if he's not around, we can take out the camera above the double doors, enter into the club owner's office and around to our left, right to the back of the room, where we will find a gramophone. And we are going to turn on that gramophone, and we're going to leave that running until it attracts the attention of the club owner. This does take a few seconds. And once we have his attention, we can turn the gramophone off. We're then going to hug the crate that the gramophone is sitting on, right next to the far wall here. The club owner is going to come over to investigate, and when he does, we can subdue him from around the corner, render him unconscious, and he is out of sight and view of the two guards at the other end of the room. We're going to take his body and hide him in the closet directly behind us, and we're going to collect the little black book that he drops, and then we're going to go to the safe and we're going to unlock the safe with the code 1989, 1989, the year that the Berlin Wall fell, and in the safe we will find a brick of cocaine. So with that brick in hand, we now have a brick of cocaine and a coconut. So we're going to move on now and take care of the Sweet Dreams and the Candyman challenge. So we need to make our way back into the club. And the best way I know is through the security room here. We need to go to the back of the club. Hello, Mr. Florida Man. See you in a minute. Right to where the stairs are at the back, and underneath the stairs and around to the right, we will find a small bar area. And through the bar area and out the other side is where we will find the drug dealer hanging around. But unfortunately, one of our targets has just entered the vicinity, so we are going to just blend in with this crowd until he wanders off again. And he does hang around for a suspiciously long time, looking in every direction except the important one, while me and this blonde lady stand here and uncomfortably stare at each other. So once the agent has moved on, we can then proceed into the next room, and we're looking for the guy in the red hat here, and he's currently engaged in conversation, but if you nudge the lady it stops their conversation, and we can then engage the drug dealers or the drug dealer in conversation, and he will lead us back under the stairs in the club. You have to be very careful because there are agents walking about and enforcers in the area, So we do need to use the crowds and the concrete pillars for cover whenever we can. But the drug dealer will lead us under the stairs into a little secret sort of staff only area, and when we get in there, before he turns around to face us, we can then render him unconscious with our brick of cocaine, and that will get us the Sweet Dreams challenge. We're going to then take his body, hide his body in the crate provided. We're going to take his outfit, and that will get us the Candyman challenge. Now with this outfit on, we're going to make our way to the foot of the stairs leading out of the club, and we're just going to wait here, and eventually the Florida man will make his way past. You can usually spot him because he looks like he's got a great big ponytail flapping around behind him on instinct. But we're going to engage him in conversation and offer him some really class A stuff. And we are going to then lead him to the same place that the drug dealer led us. And exactly what we did with the drug dealer with the brick of cocaine, we are going to do to the Florida man with the coconut. Now when he stops, we will just quickly move behind him and clock him over the head. And that will get us the coconut ball surprise challenge. And we're again going to take his body, put him in the crate, take his outfit, which will get us the Del Ami challenge as well. And once that one's popped for us, we are then going to re-don the biker's outfit, and we are going to head back to the club owner's office, which is straight down the right hand side of the club here. And we're going to go back the same way over the air vent system, because the door to our right, just what we're passing there, is key card locked, and we don't have a key card. Otherwise that would be a much easier route into the office. As it stands, we have to make our way in and up onto the top of the DJ booth, along the air conditioning vents, and into the next area. We're going to drop down, just making sure that Agent Montgomery is not in the area, and as you can see, he was just leaving. We're going to make our way back into the club owner's office. Now the two guards have left. They leave while we're still in the room knocking out and taking care of the club owner. So we're free to make our way into the area where they were and collect the ticket for the juiced bar. And that will get us the golden ticket challenge. So with the little black book we've collected, we were able to use the communications machine there, and we are going to call Agent Montgomery. He's going to come and meet us in this office, and we are going to then don the club owner's outfit and await the arrival of Agent Montgomery and 4 other ICA agents. So we're just going to let this scene play out for now.
Good. Now let's talk business.
Well, talk.
I forgot that you're a man of few words. 47. I'm Agent Montgomery. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. You are a legend.
Legends die. I'm alive.
Well, not for long. Your friend Gray is certainly dead. Heard he begged for his life like a little baby lamb, ready for the slaughter. And to make things worse, you are now a liability to ICA. I'm curious.
So what we're waiting for now basically is for 5 ICA agents to be in the room. We currently have 4, and I can see on the minimap agent number 5 has just arrived. So at any point now we can kick the table, which we will turn over and use for cover, and we can now have our running gun battle with our 5 agents. So there we go. So that will get us the there was a gunfight or a firefight challenge. All that's left for us to do now is to escape. We are going to need a change of clothes, although I don't think I want to be a tech guy. What are you doing? Go away. So, there is an exit just at the end of the corridor, which we are going to head for once I get a decent outfit on. And I'd like to point out that I was also going to cover the Herr Ziegler +1 challenge, but for some reason Herr Ziegler is broken and isn't working, so I can't show you that challenge just at the moment. But there is a whole host of challenges to be getting on with in the meantime. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.